So it's like raining, but I hope you can still like hear me. I feel like I have recognized a new pattern in my healing, and I just wanted to share it and document it because I'm becoming more conscious of it. And I feel like with awareness comes the ability to implement, like, I guess, like strategy. Because in my healing, I have done so much in terms of overcoming so many different things, despite being born and raised in poverty, abuse, neglect, and other things. And so 1000% when it comes to your healing, all you have to do is just like go with what you feel. I'm 1000% advocator of being gentle with yourself, of listening to your mind, your heart, your body, your intuition, however you want to phrase it. But for a long part of my journey, I wasn't even like aware of the disconnection between my body and my mind. And in the last video, I was so happy. Like, that was like so, like, that day was so beautiful because I was so happy. It felt so nice. And the huge shift in there is recognizing that I was less in my mind and more in my body. And so just do your best. Always do your best. Always be proud of yourself. Even on the days where you're like a potato, 1000% be a potato. I was a potato like last week and the week before last, I think, because that's what your body needs. If you ever wake up super exhausted, if you ever wake up like you feel like everything is so difficult and you can barely like get up to walk, you can barely get up to do anything, like just accept it as it is. Don't beat yourself up. Don't force yourself into doing anything. Literally always just accept everything, because literally that's where you're supposed to be. In the last video, I mentioned a few of my favorite mantras, which all kind of say you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. There's no wrong thing you can do. Like, literally anything you're doing right now is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. And you have to 1000% believe, because it's true, that you are doing the right thing, and literally everything you're doing is just taking you to where you're supposed to be. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as understanding. Like, I am literally doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I'm eating what I'm supposed to be eating. I'm watching what I'm supposed to be watching. I'm resting. I'm supposed to be resting. Like, literally, how do I flash my... Okay. But yeah, like 1000%. And so the pattern I'm recognizing is that it seems like I go through these portals of healing, and it seems like post portal I get really exhausted. I don't know if it's because of, I don't know if it unlocks something, I don't know, like, but I'm just sharing that whenever I first started making my YouTube, that was a huge like healing. That was a huge like, because it was quite of a big decision for me to start making my YouTube channel, and to get like, you know, there's a big jump between not recording, not making any videos, not sharing yourself, not documenting, not, you know, and then when you start to do it, that's a big thing in itself. And then I've noticed, like, every single time I post, especially in the beginning, there would be these like stages or phases or something that I had to experience and go through, I think, to fully like feel everything. And especially when you have like an abuse, neglect, etc. as a background, it's going to be very different than someone who grew up in safety, who grew up in love, who grew up in, you know, that it's okay. And so a lot of things happening, but I've noticed a huge one for me, particularly post making that video without makeup. That was a big one for me. Post making the video about even when I went to meet my friend a while ago, and it had been a year and I made a whole short about it, and it was a lot for me emotionally, but there was like something else that happened from that. And then most recent, whenever I made that You Belong video, a lot of times when I record videos, it's to share what God had already shown me. It has to share what he has passed through me. It's to serve him. And I didn't realize, but in that You Belong video, I want to say it is like healing in real time. Because now when I say you belong, especially in places where you don't feel like you do, I say it so, you see how easy that was? But the first time I said those few words, the first time I said that, like there was literally a lump in my throat. You can, like literally in that video, the thumbnail, I'm like, you can see how sad, like you can see the tears, you can see the pain, you can see how, like so many things happening. But when I made that video, it had applied to exactly what I was going through at the time. And I always like to share messages that I feel like I share what God has given me. I share what he has you know, it's like I get it, I share it, it's beautiful. And so in that video, it's like I didn't realize that by me, you know, sharing what I felt, what I 1000%, like it was like in real time. Like as soon as I posted it, it was like something happened. I have to be careful because I'm driving. So many of these videos I get so emotional, but I feel him so much. And then guess what? After I made that video, I had like a huge surge of energy. Hence the video I made after that, where I'm like, it's the best day ever. I'm so happy. Like this is the best day, you know? And it really was. Like that day I posted that video, like it literally was one of the like best days, like so in my body, less in my mind. And it was so beautiful to be able to be more present, to be able to be more, to feel like I know where I am. Because again, when you're raised in a certain situation, overthinking isn't a choice. It's a side effect. It's a side effect of something much bigger, which is the fact that you had to 100% analyze and determine and figure out and be hypervigilant of what, you know, what mood is my parent going to be in today? What do I have to bring to the table to make everything sort of like balanced? What do I, you know, like it's so much. But when it comes to your healing, everyone's different. But from my perspective, I just try to share what I know and what has helped me the most. Or just like what has helped me, because you never know what's going to be that final block in the pattern to make everything go, oh, I get it now. I get it. And sometimes it's not as easy as like, well, here's the words, here's the book, here's whatever. Sometimes you have to go out and you don't even realize that you're healing while you're doing something else. So always go with what feels good for you. So that day for me, it was like going out to try the new chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. It was to go and try and find that purse. And so, and there's like a lot of other things happening as well, where it's not as like cut and dry as that. But always do your best. And if you wake up like a potato, just accept that you're a potato and love yourself, because you're the best potato ever. But I can't help but notice that, yeah, like a lot of times I can't get over how beautiful that You Belong video is. Because you see how easy it is for me to say that now? You belong. You belong. I belong. Literally, especially in the places where I don't feel like I do. Like, I already know I do. And so you just have to like always just be gentle with yourself. Be like have so much compassion for yourself. Love yourself so much. Don't think like, let's say you're, you know, dieting or like, you know, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. Because no, like, and I mentioned that because of the calorie deficit and all that other stuff, where it's like, don't always be so hard on yourself. And you have to 1000% accept yourself where you are. Because like, that's just what it is. And so by following that day of going out to Taco Bell, trying the new crispy chicken nuggets, going out to get the purse, and I had so much fun. It was such a different, like, And then there was sort of like a crash out, if you will, after that, of like the energy. But like I said, there's like other things going on, because I'm also grieving, which I have not shared that much on the channel, but like I'm definitely grieving right now. I'm in a process of grieving. And then another thing is also the periods. I know I've mentioned this in the previous video, but I want to say now it's like my third or fourth period that I am actually experiencing. Before, I was so disconnected from my body that whenever I was experiencing like the estrogen dropping, there's another hormone that drops right before you start your period, and that's the reason why you start to become more irritable, more whatever. And now it's like I'm noticing it and I'm like, wait a second, or I'm noticing my hunger or my desire to eat certain foods spiking, and it's like, well, this is different. And then a few days later, boom, I start. And the last few periods I've started, it's been such a celebration because of just the being able to feel it now. Being able to feel it. It's such a beautiful, like, but to go back to the main point, you never know what's going to heal you. And I feel like there's a reason why you get certain feelings. And likewise, there's a reason why you start to crash out or feel lethargic. I feel like all of that has purpose and reason. And as someone who tries to intellectualize everything, I'm starting to understand that you don't. Like, you literally just like don't have to. And that's so nice. Because it's like a lot. It's a lot. But always be proud of yourself. Always gently push yourself out of your comfort zone just a little bit when you can, when you have the energy. And when you don't have the energy, don't fret. As I've said in previous videos, if you already have depression, if you already have low energy, if you already are going against the CPTSD, if you're already going against trauma that happened decades ago, if you're already going through so much, like literally don't be another thing that is like the uphill battle. Don't do that to yourself. Don't try to start, like, everybody is so different and everyone's life is so beautiful. And I'm trying to keep this as like open-ended as possible. But for me specifically, especially with the calorie deficit, like yesterday, for example, I opt out of it. Like, why am I gonna stress my body out more with this calorie deficit, tracking everything, you know, whatever, when I already feel like a potato, when the energy's down? Like, literally just be like, I'm good, never mind, like I'll pick this up again whenever, because there's so much happening. And I know for me, there's just like, again, like the grieving, the like learning to be present in your body, being more connected with your body. And I just think it's so beautiful and wonderful that this sort of like up and then down and then up and then down keeps happening. Because the first few times something happens, you might not have the awareness that it's happening. You might not have the ability to intellectualize or to sort of connect dots or to sort of understand what's going on. But now that it's happened so often, it's like, wait a second. And now that I have this new information, I can be more mindful of just accepting the fact that there are going to be days where I wake up and I have no energy because there's so much my body has yet to process. There's so much trauma. There's so much disconnect. Like, there's so much that my body had to suppress. So many things, feelings that I had that were trapped, that were never able to feel, to be expressed. So don't be surprised when out of nowhere you wake up with no energy, or out of nowhere you wake up sad, or out of nowhere you wake up whatever. Because now is the time where your body's like, okay, I think I'm safe enough to feel it, and I'm gonna feel it. So you might perceive it as like, oh no, I have no energy, like this is so bad, like I'm supposed to be like, 100 every single day, but no, like no. And I love it because it's just, because now I understand Like next time, you know, I do something, next time I have a really high, next time something connects, next time something, I feel it, next time I feel something, you know, just be mindful that, you know, the energy might dip. And that's okay. And that's okay. Because your body's going through so much. And everything is still relatively new for me. Like literally that video where I'm in the mukbang and I'm eating the crispy, you know, like that was probably one of the first days in my entire life ever where I felt super duper present. And if for decades your body didn't have that ability to feel present, to be comfortable, to know that you're safe, like don't be surprised if like the post week after that you're gonna crash out and like be kind of tired or exhausted, however you want to phrase it. Because what a celebration that we feel safe in our body now. What a celebration. Like you don't take a huge test and then take another one and take another one and take another one. And there's a reason why, you know, big tests are spaced out. There's a reason why they take break. There's a reason why this and that. You wouldn't do like marathons back to back to back to back. So just always give yourself grace. Always 1,000% be proud of yourself. I know you're pushing yourself as much as you can. And it doesn't always have to be like, you know, just when you can, go outside your comfort zone. When you can, create. When you can, rest. When you like, it's all, just take it day by day. You're not going to be on level 1,000 when, you know, you're barely like on level 1 or 2. Just be gentle with yourself. And always give yourself grace. And just be like proud of yourself. Because I can't get over that. Okay, this should be fine. But yeah, I just wanted to like hop on and make that video because it's just so amazing. I love you. I'm proud of you. Take care. Be awesome. Rest. And just go day by day. Hour by hour. Minute by minute. Second by second. Everything's always gonna... It's all gonna come together like more better than you could ever imagine.